everyone, this is Rebecca from Rebecca's Beautiful ASMR Addiction. I am so pleased you could join me today to take a look through these infant activity books with crinkles, tethers, and travel clips. They mostly all seem to have that. And my children were babies. No such thing. There was no such thing as this. Anyway, years ago, I got a request from somebody to please go through baby Crinkle Books, and I couldn't do it because I just couldn't find them. And so, after all these years, voila, I was at Walmart, and there they were. I could not find them before. I think I even checked Amazon. And so, I don't know, you guys, but here they are. Here they are. And I want to now, after all these years, finally fulfill that request. Well, we will start with Kids for Culture. This one has like a little rubbery plastic tip on it. Let's get this off of there. I don't know what that was. Let's get that off of there. There's also Ecotex, tested for harmful substances. Well, that's nice to have that guarantee that there is no harm in putting this in your baby's mouth. That's one of the first things I guess I'd worry about. Although when my children were babies, I have to admit I wasn't overly cautious about such things. I was kind of ignorant, and I've been seeing all these videos where there's they're making fun of the parents of the 80s. Let's see if I can get this here. And I can see why they do that because, well, I mean, it was even worse when my parents, when I was a kid, and my parents did not worry about us nearly as much as when I was a mom, and then nowadays even more. This is cute, so it's like a teething toy, and you can put the whole, baby can put the whole book in her mouth. Let's see what this is. To clean thoroughly before first use. Oh, wipe clean with a soft, damp cloth. Do not immerse in water and air dry. That surprises me. I'm glad I saw that because I really don't know for sure what. I wouldn't have known how to clean it. I wouldn't. And, you know, if other babies are going to use it, you know. Anyway, so let's move these out of the way so we are not distracted from this one book. Alright? Kids for Culture. Everyone is different. that's a girl. Blonde hair. Asian girl, I think. African American. Boy, I am not going to try to name all these because I don't want to be politically incorrect. But let's do this. We can see by looking around us and on the front of this that there are many of us with different skin colors and hair color and eye color. But that's what the book is going to say. We have different colored eyes. Some are blue and some are brown. What color are your eyes? This would be so perfect for a baby who's teething. Okay, so our hair can be different too. Hair comes in many colors and textures. Take a look at your hair. My hair is brown, almost like a chestnut brown. It's very, very dark brown. But you can tell I'm getting older because I have grays in there too. My hair is a cross between this color and this color. Our skin comes in many colors and shades. Love the skin you are in because together we make the world a colorful place. Dark, light, dark, light, dark, dark, light, light, light. Everyone is different. This picture is the same as this picture. We have different colored eyes. Some are blue, some are brown. What color are your eyes? Our hair can be different too. Hair comes in many colors and textures. Take a look at your hair. Our skin comes in many colors and shades. Love the skin you are in because together we make the world a colorful place. Everyone is different. You could read this to an infant that's young enough to enjoy teething, and I don't think they're going to understand. But that's okay as long as you're reading to them and they're hearing your voice and know that you are spending time with them. So then when you're done reading to them, you let them have this, and they're going to wrap their little lips around this in these and soothe their gums. Okay, this is book number 2. movement, sensory development, and agility. 0, age 0 plus. Spark, create, imagine. The art of learning. Our toys spark your child's imagination with quality products and toys designed to foster creativity as they explore the world around them. It's just one reason why learning is at the heart of our toys. Remove packaging before giving to the child. Okay, oh look, this says Walmart on it. Made specifically for Walmart, I guess, and distributed by Walmart in Bentonville, Arkansas. Okay, this one is called In the Woods. There is a teether, if you want to call it that. It's for children. I think they're just maybe a little bit older. But you can still give this to an infant. Okay, so In the Woods. First, let's talk about what we see on the cover. We have a bird, looks like a canary because it's yellow. And we have a bear. And we have a raccoon. And the raccoon has a kind of mask-looking set of eyes. And this looks kind of like an owl. To me, it's an owl. Owls go hoo, 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 hoo. And this looks like a fox. What does the fox say? And so, each page has what you might call an appendage. Things that stick out from the main part. Like our arms and our legs are an appendage off of our bodies. So here's a book that has special appendages. So we're in the woods. You can see the trees right here. Okay. Now it says, "Hello, bird." And this bird has a little tail. That's his appendage. It has a special crinkle because it's not cushioned in the book. All it says is "Hello, bird." And there's a blue bird with a yellow wing and a heart-shaped yellow tail. This is a yellow bird with an orange wing and an orange tail. That's his appendage. They also have feet. Now I know the word appendage is not something that you learn when you're a child, but if you can remember that, that's okay. Now this book says, "Hello, raccoon." Isn't it interesting, the coloring on their eyes? It makes them look like bandits, but bandits are people who cover their eyes and their nose and their mouth so you can't identify who they are because they're bad and they're stealing. But raccoons are not bad. Raccoons are good little animals who can sometimes be mischievous because they sometimes like to get into your trash can and steal your food. So in a way, they're like bandits. This is his appendage. Raccoons have very interesting tails. I don't know if they have tails that look just like that. I don't know. But they look a little bit like that, those colors. His hands, his feet, and he's in the woods. That's the name of the book. In the woods. You will find birds and raccoons in the woods. Okay, so hello, mushroom. There are mushrooms in the woods, but you will notice that this is not an animal, even though they give him an eyes and a mouth. This mushroom does not have any face, and in real life mushrooms don't have a face, and it's not an animal. But some mushrooms are dangerous to eat. Some of them are very good. So if you know what mushrooms to eat when you're in the woods, it's a good thing to find them. Hello, bear. Hello, bear. B-E-A-R. He's got a big old furry belly here. Very soft. This whole bear is so soft. And he has a tree right next to him. This mushroom is very soft too. It's very soft. It's more furry, which seems like this should have been more furry, but it's so soft. These guys are soft too, actually very soft. Feels good. And I believe that the little appendages coming off of this page are leaves. They too have a different kind of crinkle than that crinkle. Okay, now bears don't always be scary, but sometimes it's dangerous. Hello, moon. M-O-O-N. The moon has an eye and a mouth that they gave it, and a star. And here's a star in the sky. So when you're in the woods and it's nighttime and you look up, you might see the moon. I think the leaves go to this picture, but I'm not sure. This is what you would call a 3/4 moon, or maybe 2/3. I don't know, but it's it's not a full moon, because if it was full, it would be all the way round, and you wouldn't be able to see the star. What animal is this? Hello, fox. F-O-X, fox. He has an appendage. He has a tail. The fox has a tail. His tail is soft and fluffy. And he has a nose that's very sharp and sticks out with a little black ball on the end. His face is very soft. Now, a fox has a face. A moon. Sometimes people say they can see the man in the moon. But it's not supposed to have a face, and it's not alive. But the fox is alive. What does the fox say? Yip, yip. That's what the fox says. Yip, 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 yip. And here's the owl. Hello, owl. O-W-L. And he is very soft. He's got two wings off the side, eyes, and a belly, and orange feet. In the Woods. That was the name of this book. Go through it again really quickly now. We saw the bird, the raccoon, the bear, the owl, and the fox. Okay? Hello, bird. B-I-R-D. Two birds. Hello, raccoon. R-A-C-O-O-N. Raccoon. Hello, mushroom. M-U-S-H-R-O-O-M. Hello, bear. B-E-A-R. Hello, moon. M-O-O-N. Hello, fox. F-O-X. Hello, owl. O-W-L. This owl is gray, and he's sitting on a nice big stump that is there because somebody cut down a big pine tree. Owls live in trees. In the woods. Okay, this one says, Kids for Culture. Celebrate diversity and inclusion through play, affirmations and shapes. Sensory panel book with crinkle, teether, and travel clip. Okay. Alright. Soft book with crinkle and teether for sensory development. Positive messages, colorful prints, and friendly faces for interactive learning. Attached travel clip. It says, our story was founded by an educator and a mommy on a mission to empower and educate children around the world. Let's see how this comes apart. Looks like there is a clip. Nope, there's like a little that. Let's get this one. Alright. This one has a hook. No, a closure. If I undo the Velcro, then it opens this way. If I undo this Velcro, it opens up this way. Look at that. This side teaches you shapes and says pentagon. Pentagon is that shape. Pentagon. This is a rhombus. Rhombus. And it's not quite a square. It's not really a diamond, but it looks more like a diamond than a square. Now this is a square. Square. I missed the U the first time. Okay, so this is a triangle. 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 Circle. Circle is round. Circle. Notice that the C is almost round. So those are your shapes. We have a heart here too. Play with the heart. This also is Velcro. So it can be hooked onto something to keep it from getting lost. This side of the book is completely different. This one says, I love me. And it shows the different skin colors of the different people. This book only has 4 different people. The other book had a lot more. This one says, I am strong. They show the picture of a sun for some reason. Do you think it's because the sun is strong? Maybe. I am loved with a heart shape of a heart. That's because love represents what you feel in your heart. So your heart is love. Another one that says, no, this is different. This one says, I am enough. Enough. And that shows a cloud in the sky with stars. Why do you think that the clouds and the stars represent being enough? I don't know. Tell me your ideas. This one says, I matter. I matter. And there is a mirror. In that mirror, you might see my camera and my microphone. But you want to look at you in this mirror. See yourself and say to yourself, I matter. And that means that you are important. And you are enough, and you are loved, and you are strong, and you love yourself. I love me, I am strong, I am loved, I am enough, and I matter. This is a very good book. And it closes this way. Isn't that nice? It's like an accordion. You see how this works? Every other fold, back and forth. There's a book on either side and a story to tell. We put the Velcro back on that side and put the Velcro back. What happens if you don't put both back? Then you have a book, a separate book. If you don't open both sides, you just have one book, okay? But then you still get a peek at the other book. So there's that book. Now if you close this side and you open just this side, you have this book. I think that's very clever. This is a good book. We just have one more book. This one is called The Very Hungry Caterpillar. It says soft teether book, Libro Mordidor Suave. This looks like it has the same thing as this. Might be the same makers. Okay, and it says soft teether book, and then there is another language and it looks like Spanish. World of Eric Carle nurtures a child's love of literature and learning, encouraging imaginative play and exploration. Shapes and colors. I have heard of this story before, but I have never seen it in Spanish. Let's get this detached from the cardboard now. Here's a tie here and here. There's a tie here. And there are two ties here. They are very tight. this is all empty because that is where the book goes. None of the other books had this big of a cardboard. This one has something to chew on. And it looks just like this one. The same company. What do we see that looks the same? There are 3 things I see that are the same. Yes, you're right. They are the same size and they are a square. The second thing the same is the tip of the book. This one has one teether and this one has one that's the same. That is the same company, I think. Okay, the very hungry caterpillar. La oruga muy hambrienta. That is Spanish for the very hungry caterpillar. Little egg. It's right there. There's the little egg. And it's on a leaf. So that must be how a caterpillar becomes born. Huevito. Huevito is Spanish for little egg. And little egg is English for huevito. And that is it. Warm sun. Here's the warm sun that comes out on the caterpillar. We have a caterpillar here that is attached by a ribbon, and he goes back and forth under the warm sun. Sol cálido. Cálido. Is that how you say it? That's Spanish for warm sun. Sol cálido. And sol cálido is how you say warm sun. Okay, so this is yummy fruit. Oh yes, that looks like yummy fruit. And in Spanish you say frutas, frutas deliciosas. Frutas deliciosas. And that is the same thing as yummy fruit in Spanish. Caterpillar loves delicious fruit, yummy fruit. This looks like maybe an apple or an apricot. It's hard to say. This looks like an apple. This looks like a pear. This looks like a plum, and this looks like a strawberry, and this looks like there's a hole in every single one of these. Why? Because the caterpillar went through it and ate it and came back out the other side. Now, the hungry caterpillar is a big caterpillar. Oruga grande. That is how you say big caterpillar in Spanish. He is a big caterpillar now. Now we come to the part where he goes into a cocoon. Caterpillar climbs into the cocoon. He doesn't climb in. Actually, he wraps himself with, I don't know what the material is, but it looks like this when he's done. And he stays inside of his cocoon for a very long time. And he comes out as what? A beautiful butterfly. He comes out of his cocoon when he's ready and turns into a beautiful butterfly. Beautiful butterfly. In Spanish, you say it hermosa mariposa. Mariposa. Hermosa mariposa. Beautiful butterfly in Spanish. Okay, and the beautiful butterfly has an antenna and some little legs. And this one is so beautiful. It has more colors than I have ever seen. But when he's developing in the cocoon, he's way down inside. Way down inside. He's hidden. Okay, let's go through that again. This is the very hungry caterpillar. La oruga muy hambrienta. That is the very hungry caterpillar. He starts as a little egg, huevito, and he walks around under the warm sun, sol cálido. Just walks around under the warm sun. Then he eats yummy fruit. Frutos deliciosos. And then he becomes a big caterpillar. Oruga grande. And then he goes into his cocoon and stays there for a long time so that he can become a beautiful butterfly. Hermosa mariposa. Mariposa. And when he's done being in his cocoon, he comes out as a beautiful butterfly. Isn't that nice? This is the way that God has made nature. Let's see if I can put this in the same way I did before. Okay. Let me show you all the books that I got. Everyone is different. I love me. And in the woods. Let's put this in the middle and this on the side. Kind of hiding the tails, but that's okay. This way we can see better. I love me in the woods. Everyone is different. The very hungry caterpillar. I love these little books. I hope that you enjoyed them with me today. I will see you in the next